Zan Yan, a wealthy young lady, had been in a 6-year relationship with her boyfriend He Kuang, and their grand wedding day finally arrived. During the wedding procession, her best friend Chen Xingzhu streamed a scene outside the bridal room with her mobile phone. Surrounded by groomsmen, He Kuang reached the door, and the crowd cheered loudly. At this critical moment, Qin Shiyu suddenly showed up. She was the younger sister He Kuang had known since childhood, whose studies were funded by Zan Yan, and also the white moonlight hidden deep in He Kuang's heart for many years. Qin Shiyu coquettishly asked for red envelopes, instantly drawing all of He Kuang's attention. Overjoyed to see her return, He Kuang completely ignored the wedding schedule, chatting warmly with her and planning to settle Qin Shiyu down first before going upstairs to marry the bride. Sitting quietly in the bridal room and watching everything through the live stream, Zan Yan was filled with cold sorrow. Enraged, Chen Xingzhu rebuked He Kuang sharply, pointing out that Zan Yan had stayed up all night preparing for the wedding and spared no effort on every detail. Yet he neglected his bride for another woman on their wedding day. Instead of feeling guilty, He Kuang defended Qin Shiyu without hesitation, even speaking harshly to blame Chen Xingzhu for meddling in their affairs, and accused her of stirring up trouble just because of her own unhappy marriage. Qin Shiyu immediately played the role of a weak and innocent girl, pretending to blame herself and feeling unwell to win He Kuang's tender protection, leaving the waiting bride completely ignored. Recalling all the grievances over the past 6 years, Zan Yan's accumulated disappointment reached its peak. Throughout their relationship, He Kuang always favored Qin Shiyu and put her needs first. When Zan Yan had a high fever and lay ill in bed, he stayed up all night comforting Qin Shiyu overseas on their anniversary. He flew across the ocean just to accompany her because of her negative social media posts. He always asked Zan Yan to be sensible and tolerant under the excuse that Qin Shiyu was lonely abroad, making her compromise and wrong herself time and again until all her love faded away. Firmly convinced that Zan Yan would yield as she always did, He Kuang still acted perfunctorily and showed obvious partiality. At this moment, Zan Yan calmly announced in public that she would cancel the wedding, shocking everyone present. He Kuang was astonished and angry, using the dignity of both families and their years of affection to pressure her, accusing her of being willful and reckless. Qin Shiyu pretended to persuade Zan Yan to calm down while sowing discord in secret to maintain her gentle and kind image. Soon after, He Kuang returned to the bridal room with the feebly acting Qin Shiyu, still defending her fiercely and blaming Zan Yan for being narrow-minded. Later, Zan Yan received a provocative private photo sent by Qin Shiyu, in which He Kuang took off her shoes gently with tender eyes, and the accompanying words openly admitted that He Kuang always cared about her the most. Seeing this, Zan Yan let go of all her lingering feelings. He calmly asked her bridesmaids to sort out all her dowries without delay, including 80 million yuan in cash dowry. Real estate property certificates on precious jewel were left by her late mother, making sure nothing was left to He Kuang. She also ordered her family steward to stop the 50 million yuan capital injection from the Zan family into HES Enterprise, and told her father the whole story without concealment. As a powerful business leader, Zan Yan's father fully supported his daughter's decision to stop the wrong relationship, stating that his beloved daughter never needed to suffer such grievances, and took charge of appeasing all wedding guests on the spot. Realizing that the wedding was on the verge of collapse, all dowries were taken back and financial support was cut off, He Kuang finally panicked and begged humbly, promising to send Qin Shiyu away immediately and praying for Zan Yan's forgiveness. Yet Zan Yan had long seen through his selfish nature. He coveted the status and stable life brought by her family while being reluctant to let go of his white moonlight, and his love had long been mixed with greed and calculation. He Kuang once proposed to hold the wedding first and get married later with ulterior motives, which unexpectedly became a perfect chance for Zan Yan to withdraw completely. She ignored his pleas and arranged her friends to deal with follow-up matters strictly to ensure that the He family could not take advantage of the Zan family's property. To clarify the truth and guide public opinion, They started a live stream to expose the truth, releasing solid evidence of Ken Shiwaya's scheming behaviors over the years, including creating conflicts on purpose, making trouble on important occasions, and squandering money with Equalness supplementary credit cards. These revelations quickly went viral online, triggering widespread public criticism of He Kwang's fickleness and Ken Shiwaya's hypocrisy. Flying into a rage, He Kwang broke into the bridal room to stop the live stream and force Son Yan to make a public clarification, only to find all dowries neatly packed. He finally realized that Son Yan had made up her mind to leave for good. His critical juncture, Chang An, the heir of a top influential family in the capital, offered his sincere help. He had secretly loved Son Yan for a long time. He sent people to disperse the surrounding paparazzi and issued an official statement on behalf of the Chang Group to completely terminate all business cooperation with the He family, launching an all-round commercial that pushed the He family into a desperate situation. Son Yan left the wedding venue calmly and rode away in Chang Tin-gan's luxury car. At the wedding banquet, Zihan's father announced the wedding cancellation to all guests frankly, promised to return all gifts, and severely criticized the improper conduct of the He family's son, completely breaking off all relations between the two families, losing financial support and commercial partners. The capital chain of the He family broke rapidly, leading to complete bankruptcy. He Kwang's father suffered a sudden serious illness from extreme anger. Overnight, the once prominent He family fell from grace, and He Kwang became a laughingstock of the whole city, burdened with huge debts and endless regret. As soon as the He family declined, Qin Shiyu showed her true selfish nature and fled back abroad overnight, abandoning He Kwang, who was in deep trouble, without any hesitation. Within just 1 week, the He family was completely ruined. He Kwang lived in poverty and suffered endless remorse for ruining his love, marriage, and career with his own hands. Free from the painful failed relationship, Son Yan devoted herself wholeheartedly to her family's career. With the strong support of the Chang Group, the Zon family's business developed prosperously with expanding territory and steady progress. Taking the opportunity of in-depth business cooperation, Chang Ting frankly confessed his long-hidden love for Son Yan, admiring her decisive personality and independent mind, and expressing his wish to spend the rest of his life with her. Having experienced emotional wounds and grown mature and calm, Son Yan did not readily agree or refuse his affection. They chose to get along slowly and understand each other better, starting from business cooperation. All the regrets of the past 6 years have faded away. Breaking free from the shackles of wrong love, Son Yan held her own confidence and bright future, stepping into a brand new life, full of hope and infinite possibilities.